Hello, Gail here. Well, it's a really cold day and well, it's not really cold, but you know, we've got no leaves on any trees now and it's been raining all week and we're all having to put the fire on and wear, you know, layers of clothes. Anyway, what's the temperature in here? 19 degrees. So first of all, I'm going to show you the quilt I've made for my granddaughter. Now it's still in two halves because it only very recently occurred to me that she lives local and my little grandson, I haven't started his quilt yet and I have to post it before the end of November, don't I, for him to put it on his bed during December. So I've stopped making hers. I've only got to piece it together and quilt it, and I've not even started making my grandson's yet, but I've made the decision to start today. So as soon as I finish this, I will be in my notebook planning it all out. I mean, the front is just a panel, but the back is very pieced. So I'm going to show you what I've done for my granddaughter first. So this is the front. If you remember the panel in the middle, I cut some of the panel off. I've no idea if you can see that. And I've done borders. Yeah, that's the front, and the borders I did with well, that was a square that came in a panel. I cut them all out, and these are squares of red fabric, and I cut out circles of little character faces and things and sewed them on all around the edge. So that's a little character sewn on, and that's one of the squares of material that I had on a piece, and this is the back. So I had a few panels, not enough, so the star and the snowman at the sides I did myself, and all the other ones I sewed in place with, you know, strips in between. And I decorated the tree with very tiny rickrack and chain stitch in Lurex thread, and these are all just out of the panel, and I think I'm going to use tartan to bind it. They're the same size anyway, which, you know, I'm very pleased about, because that doesn't always work, does it? I mean, when I was sewing this together, I was sat here measuring and sewing and measuring and sewing, and I kept saying, "Near, that's near enough." It's near enough. I must have said it's near enough about 30 times. So I'm quite surprised it's actually the same size. I mean, you know, it's near enough the same size. Anyway, I've been doing these. They're not all cut down because obviously I've had no time, but when I've needed a rest from what the other stuff I was doing, I've done this. So I've done 60. And I've got, I think I've got enough squares to do another 62 that'll be. And I need 64, so I don't know what's happened to the other ones. But I need to do 8 more Drunkard's Path things. So I'll just show you a few. I don't want to bore you too much. So once I've got 64 of these, and I've finished doing the Christmas things, or I can do it, you know, when I fancy a change. I'm just going to sew them together, and when I've sewn them all together, I might applique some extra circles in the spaces where there isn't any. Depends what I feel like. Anyway, that's 60 of them done, and there's perhaps 20 of them cut down, so I've got a lot of cutting down to do as well there. I've got my grandson's jumper here in real life. He took it off when he came at the weekend and I nabbed it. So it's quite big, isn't it, for, well, he's 6 this month. He was telling me that his sleeves are a bit baggy, but they're the correct arm length, you know, wrist size. So I'm going to measure it and make him another one with less baggy arms and longer sleeves for after Christmas, probably. He also wants me to make him a frog. I've made him a frog once, he must have lost it. So I'll get on with that. I'm spending all my time on the internet. As you know, I do everything on the internet. Can you hear the rain? Yeah, I've got a leak as well in my roof. It was dripping on me. Not here, over there near the door. Yeah, spending all my time on the internet looking for presents. I've got his birthday presents done because I was told what to buy. I've got my little grandson's birthday presents done. I was asked to buy farmyard animals, so I bought him some farmyard animals, which are very tiny, but there's 70 in the tub, and upon discussion we decided, considering she's got dogs that like to eat things, and you know, things get lost, 70 was probably a good number to buy. So I bought him all sorts of things to go with the farm, and cars of course, because he likes cars. I've got blue sky, I don't know where the rain's coming from. Anyway, I couldn't believe when I came and sorted out things I bought. I couldn't believe. I thought, God, I bought all these in 2 weeks. Anyway, I bought some charm squares. They're piggy tails. I don't know who makes them. And I bought these because I'm going to make a little drawstring bag for his farm animals, so that he can keep them all together and, you know, learn tidy habits. It's got tractors. I bought him a tractor, a little one. It's got donkeys. What else has it got? Oh, just material. Look at all those piggies. And here's some more piggies and sheep. So, oh, more pigs. It is called piggy tails. More tractors on a different colour. More donkeys. Anyway, that's all farmyard type prints, so I bought them. I'll sew them together and make a little drawstring bag for all his animals to be kept in. So that's something I've got to get doing. I don't have to give them in for his birthday. I've got to post his birthday presents by the end of the week. Can you hear me over the rain? Shall I start speaking up? Anyway, I've got that to do. Best put that somewhere prominent so I don't forget. I bought these blender fabrics. I don't know why. I think I thought they would go with things I've got, but I can't remember what. But they were cheap anyway, and you know, they'll come in handy, I'm sure. And I bought some more of these, didn't I? Can't remember what colour. Did I get teal? Can't remember. I don't know where they are either. Oof. I got this lovely fabric for no reason at all, really, just that I thought it was lovely and it was going cheap. I'm very drawn to cheap things. Now I got these two because I thought they were lovely, as always. They're both the same print, but they're in two different colours. Aren't they lovely? I thought they would look very nice as little summer dresses on my granddaughter, although I don't think I've ever seen her in a dress. I was sent a photograph of a dress I bought her with it on, but I don't think she's very into dresses. Did I show you this that I bought for her? I can't remember if I showed you. It's a giant snail. I think I did. So she likes to lie on the floor watching the telly. So I thought I would make her a floor cushion instead of lying on the bricks and everything. I tell you, she throws everything everywhere. She's a right thrower. It's not very comfy when you're going to lie on the floor though, is it? I might have shown you these, I can't remember. Anyway, this, I got tons of this, about 3 metres for £2. The person that was de-stashing it just wanted it gone. That's lovely, isn't it? I think it is anyway. Don't know what I'm going to use it for, but that was very cheap. And I got these, don't think I've shown you these, butterfly fabrics from my de-stash group. So I've got the blue butterflies, white butterflies and jade butterflies. Oh, I do seem to remember doing this before. Yeah. Oh well, that makes me feel a bit better because it means I haven't bought all this in the past 2 weeks. All this new stuff. Although I know I've not shown you this. I don't know how much is on here. I think it's 2 metres. Now this is Robin Pickens, and I've got the range. It's called Painted Meadow. I've got a 10-inch square of this, and I have got some fabric, but I haven't got any in that lime green, and I thought that was gorgeous, so I bought that from my D-Stash group. And this, I got this from the D-Stash group as well. It's very like my this, isn't it? My Drunkard's Path things. They're from 2 different ranges of fabric anyway, but these are gorgeous. You see, when they say, oh, I've got such a range for sale, I go on the internet and have a look at what kind of fabric it is. I mean, it's very me, isn't it? It's browns. Oh. It's called something. What's it called? Peace on Earth. So I don't know if it's supposed to be Christmas themed. Berries. I suppose we get berries at Christmas. Nice brown, red flowers. Paisley. Red berries. Spotty. There's a nice blue. Can't see that being very Christmassy. But anyway, I think it's lovely. And from my lady at is it Quilting Treasures for the UK? This is one of my pre-orders. Now, when she said Creativity Rose has arrived, I thought, I don't remember ordering anything about wild animals. But anyway, it's not wild animals, is it? It's just gorgeous colours and quite modern kind of block patterns and things. And of course, we know why I liked it. It's because of the purple. Look at the purple. Lovely. So I'm going to make something jazzy with that. I don't know what. I think I'm getting a bit like a crazy person, the amount of layer cakes I buy. Now this I bought because it was on offer and it was neutrals, so it was I'm always on the lookout for pale backgrounds, because as you know, I don't like to use plains. I don't like to use plain white, plain cream. I've got some, but I do like a bit of a pattern. So we've got some with numbers on, and this is neutral. It said it's neutral colourway. So I've got some with numbers and writing on. And then I've got these 3, which, you know, put with the right fabrics, would be a neutral or a background. And I'll show you in 3s, it's quicker. And then we have these 3. One's got little tiny green flowers, the other one's got flowers like sweet pea type things, and the other one's a red spot. And then that's a navy spot, could be black, who knows. This is a self pattern on white, that's got little rose heads. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. And then we have little roses in beige and some writing in beige and some spots. Yeah, they're very neutral, aren't they? And then they get more kind of, I don't know what you would call them, beige, would you? Rather than, but they're still kind of neutral backgroundy colours, especially with purple, as I'm, you know, I like to buy purple. And then we have these 2 spots and little flowers. So, you know, there's many of the same thing but different neutral colours. So I bought them. And I bought these as well. Now these are 1/2 meters, I think, 1/2 meters, and they are I might remember in a minute. They're by a certain make. So the Moda, and they are French General, that's what they are. Some French General leftovers. There. Nice floral, little floral, and a blue. It goes nice with that top one, doesn't it? Now I found the pattern that I couldn't find last week, and I've not brought it with me. I found it in the bin. Anyway, I've not brought it, but I wanted to do it with my blue batiks, but it's really, I don't think it's going to be worth all the sewing back together of the strips for me to use my batiks. So I'm going to use some layer cakes, and I've sourced the patterns in blue and white, and I know it's not very adventurous doing it in blue and white, just like the pattern, but that's what I'm going to do. I found some blue French Generals. I found 2 jelly rolls. I'm going to use them and make a nice quilt. I was lying in bed this morning thinking, oh my god, I've got so many things to finish. I think after Christmas I'm going to have to do some finishing. Anyway, this week I got these. Oh dear me. More layer cakes. My husband's eyes popping out of his head because he's off because of he's recovering from his stroke. He's going back to work next Monday. He says nearly every day a parcel comes for you. His eyes are like popping out. Although, you know, he doesn't say how much was that because it's nothing to do with him. I pay with my money. Okay. So this one is called Merrymaking by Ginger Bar. I don't know if it's a new one or an old one, but I got it from my lady Sheila at Fabrics for the UK, Moda Fabrics for the UK, Fabric Treasures. So it is Christmassy. White, reds, greens, green and red, and it's got some blues there, teals. So last night I ordered some teal Christmas fabric because I thought I would bring the teal out maybe in the borders or add some more. I also bought this one, and this is also by Moda from Fabric Treasures UK, and this is called Joyful Joyful. I'm going to mix these two together, you see. I'm going to have that many Christmas quilts. Anyway, oh, that's got animals on it. What are they? Camels? Upside down camels they look like from the back. Let's see if I can find it. My fingers aren't working very cleverly today. Nearly ripped my fingernail off earlier. Yeah, not an upside down camel. I didn't quite rip it off, just nearly. So that's gone short now. Some nice greens and pinks, pinky peachy colours, reds, and then we get to this blue colour, you see. And I thought, right, I'm going to focus on the blue colour with me quilt. Oh, that's got angels on, you know, with my borders and things. So I ordered some last night from Flutter by Fabrics, who you will find on Facebook. Anyway, this was, so I'm going to use those two to make a Christmas quilt, but I don't know what pattern. And I got 1/2 metre of this fabric that goes with them, is part of those, one of those ranges. And I got 1/2 metre of this one. Oh, we saw the camel, didn't we? There you go, there's a camel. So that's that range. And I got this. I wasn't expecting this. It came as part of those layer cakes. What does it say on there? It's part of Merrymaking. So that's the first one. So I'm sure you've seen all these in the shops. Many a time I've wanted to buy them and I haven't, because I've thought, what would I do with them? But now they're here, so I shall use them if I can in my grandson's quilt on the back. They look nice and friendly, although I think the Father Christmas character here, he looks a bit like my brother-in-law Kevin. I think he's got more hair than that, Kevin, but it reminds me of him. And he did a lot of toing and froing with the car when my husband was last in hospital, you know, giving me lifts. Anyway, because, you know, he goes in a hospital that isn't nearby. We've got one about a mile up the road, but that's, it's gone, you know, it's lessened all its, everything it offers you. So you go there and they go, oh yeah, you're nearly dying, and they send you to a different hospital. Well, my husband has to go to this different hospital anyway because he keeps getting ill and he has all the people arguing over him, over what he's got. So this is all kind of very bright, and I have got another layer cake in kind of bright colours like this. So I thought, yeah, I'll have that. What's it called? Whimsy Wonderland. So I shall use this with the other one because I like a big quilt, you know, and I very often don't use very much background fabric like I haven't done with my, you know, that's all fabric. And I know a lot of people think, oh, you should have contrast. Well, I don't think that. If I like something, I want it all over. I don't need contrast. I like merging. I like blurry boundaries. I mean, some I use contrast. It all depends. Anyway, I've nearly come to the end of all my buying. I think I've come to the end of my need for buying, actually. I'm spending an awful lot of time thinking I don't need that. Well, that's nice, but I don't need it. So maybe I'm working my way towards fabric-free February. Although my daughter says I should have a no fabric November, but I think it's a bit late now, isn't it? I have no idea what date it is. It's the 7th, is it? Because we had bonfire night on Sunday. We survived. I tell you, the bonfires, not the bonfires, the big noisy exploding ones in the sky that give you a heart attack. They wasn't very many of them this year. It was quite nice. This is called A Christmas Tale. 4 Fat Quarters by Jules. I thought it might come in handy. I've got so much Christmas fabric, I'll tell you. I've just got tons of it. But, you know, I like to have a vast collection so I can choose from. Anyway, last night I ordered some Christmas fabric. That was kind of a bluey colour. Tealy. Pale teal. And what else did I order? Oh, some cream for cream patterned. Only a yard. We'll see. If it's really nice, I'll see if she's got some left or get some from somewhere else. You know, oh, I'm covered in fluff now with all these pre-cuts to use as a background. And I've seen these for ages. And one of my ladies that I buy from, I said, can I have a yard each of them? And she said, oh, I haven't got 2 left. 2 of the fabrics. So I bought them from somewhere else. Flutterby Fabrics on Facebook. So I'm sure you've all seen this range. I've been thinking it's so pretty. And, you know, these have got holly leaves on. That's all it is towards Christmas. I suppose they're poinsettias. But they don't have to be, do they? This has got, like, I don't know, fir tree leaves or feathers. And I don't think this one is Christmassy at all. But it's lovely. And they all go together so well. Don't they? Let's put that there. There. They're so nice. And I got this one as well. You don't see this one everywhere. Yeah. The pink goes with it. It has the little, what are they called? Holly leaves out of that one on it. I might do some footy cutting on that one. Or it might tie in with my other Christmas quilts. I mean, you know, I do mix and match. I think I'll use that red. So that's everything. That's everything I've got to show you. I have ordered some more Tilda from a D-Stash group. I think I've got 7.5 meters coming, but they've not arrived yet. I've also ordered some very nice crockery because, you know, I don't like Christmas. I've gone more and more off it as I've got older. Probably because I'm not in control, I think. I want it to be a certain way, and I can't create it that way. I can't force my daughters to come, and I can't calm down while I'm cooking Christmas dinner. They've told me never to cook it again. Cook it. So And since lockdown, they've decided they like to just stay in and have a pyjama day on Christmas Day. So I don't see either of them. Of course, my other daughter lives far away. She doesn't want to drive for miles and miles on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. So they have their Christmas at home where they live. And it's just me and my husband here. So I've decided this year we're going to have some posh crockery. And that is coming, what day did I say it was? The 7th. It's coming tomorrow. I've ordered just 2 plates, white plates with gold dots all around, and a side plate as well for each of us, 2 of those. And I've ordered some very posh glass bowls for our trifle, not Christmas pudding. And they are lustre glass with gold around the top. They're very nice. I've bought some goblets, and they are pressed glass. They look, they're nice. I really don't like wine glasses. You know, there's a lot of stem and everything, isn't it? So these are goblets. They're like really old-fashioned. Oh, I also got this. I got a free 2.5-inch things. Now, my daughter, when I showed her this, she said, "What would you use this for?" I said, "Well, all sorts of things. I keep them in here, me 2.5-inch squares. All these. I've ordered another 6 as well, I think. You know, I don't know what 6, but I like that. I like to have things, lots of things. So I've got Cottage Blue, Robin Pickens. Pansies Posies, Robin Pickens. And this one is, it's Robin Pickens again, but I can't remember what it's called. Carolina Lily, that's what it is. And I've got Rosewood, 3 Sisters. 3 Sisters also do French General, I think. And I've got Villefleur, or Villefleury by French General. I thought I had that, but I haven't, but it'll go with, you know, all my other stuff. And I've got Starflower Christmas. Oh yeah, I forgot I'd had that. I've got that many Christmas fabrics. Oh, and I found my, you know, my lost 12 Days of Christmas. I found it. I wonder if I can remember where it is. It might be in here. This is my my Christmas box. I have things in here to do with Christmas. So here is the fabric that goes with 12 Days of Christmas. You see, it's got all the characters on, upside down. Let's put it the right way up. I don't think there is a right way up. I think they're all in different directions. I've got a couple of yards of that. I've got some borders, some green sparkly. That's to be used on my grandson's. Oh, here it is. Right, let's put those in. I think I'll have to get a bigger case. Now, no, that's not it. This is the 12 Days of Christmas. I bought this a couple of years ago. So it's a panel, but I'm going to cut it up and make a quilt out of it. Maybe in 5 years after I've got over all this Christmas making. Or maybe, you know, another child will be born. I hope another child is born, because I've got quite a few cot panels that I bought when they were first born that my they didn't want them. They weren't very keen on them. So there's 5 golden rings and a duck. 5 geese are laying, 6 geese are laying, that is, isn't it? And we have the partridge in a pear tree, and 2 calling doves, 3 French hens, and 4 calling birds. So I'm going to cut that up and maybe lay it out in the same way, but with lots of sashing around the edges. Right, so when my other 2.5-inch square things come, I should put them in there, because that is what I'm keeping them in. Of course, this is from Monty Bojangles chocolates. They are gorgeous chocolates. as they come in gorgeous tins if you buy them. And I do buy them just for the tin. Well, you know, chocolates are well worth having, but the tins, I have to find uses for them. I've got I've got some little ones. I've got another little one, but it's not there. It must have fell on the floor. And I did have a crashing down banging thing. Was one of my jars of buttons fell off where it was. Oh, it's got chocolate still in here. This is because these are coconuts. I don't like coconuts. I'll make my husband happy and take one in for him. Well, they're lovely, aren't they? These are the little ones. The big ones are, I don't know, £20 or something with the chocolates in. 18. And I've got this one. So I haven't got anything in them at the moment. I'm sure I'll think of something. You know, I mean, I could use them for broken needles or something. Anything, really. Well, I was having a route around. I found one of these. I don't even know what these are. This lady that I bought something off a while ago, she sent me these as extras. I don't really, I mean, yes, okay, I could put it on my t-shirt or a dress or something, and I suppose that the webbing would be sewn on the inside. I'm sure my grandson would enjoy playing around with it, but I don't think maybe I could sell them on to people who know what they are and want to use them. I mean, you know, if I don't get sewing, I'm going to have to sew a lot of all this on, aren't I? I mean, sell it on. You know, when I leave here and my daughters have to sell it all. As we all do. Although I might. Well, we'll see. I've got a lot of things to sew. I ain't got time to flipping well mess about selling things. So now I'm going to measure the jumper of my grandson and recreate it in a different colour. Still got to be blue. He's blue mad. So I think I'm going to do it in the turquoise, or maybe that turquoise. He chooses blue all the time. When we play games, he has the blue counters. He uses, everything is coloured in blue. He has totally blue butterflies and blue dinosaurs. We did some colouring in at weekend. I can't remember what it was. I had to finish it. It was it was a dinosaur, some sort of pterodactyl type thing. I think it began with a P and then it was a T. I don't know what it was. Anyway, he started and I had to finish it, and I was told what colour, do that bit that colour, Granny, and that bit that colour. I'm off to do this. And he decorated my bedroom for me as well. He said they go upstairs with Popsy and jump up and down on the bed and run around laughing while he tickles them. And he came down and he said, "I've decorated your bed, Granny." I said, "Oh, have you?" He says, "Yes." I said, "Oh, lovely." And I thought that he will have, by decorating my bed, he meant because I've got fairy lights twirled around the bed head that have got roses over them. I've got 2 lots. It's very romantic, so we don't turn them on. He usually turns them on, you know, and I find them on. They've been on for hours when I go to bed. But he hadn't this time. He decorated it with toilet roll that was in swathes across across my wardrobes and cupboards and things. It's still like that, you know. I'll pretend I appreciate it. He's obviously pleased with it, and he doesn't get in my way. So what have I got in here? Oh, there they are. He was asking me where these had gone the other day. These little dinosaurs. Where are those little dinosaurs, he says. I said, I don't know. Because I'd forgotten. But they're in here, in my tin. That I bought myself, just because it was a tin with sewing things in, and now it's got rubbers in it. I've got tins everywhere. I'm a tinaholic, as well as a flipping layer cakeaholic. Oh, and you know me red and grey quilts, that's all the sand timer pattern, is today the 7th. It is, isn't it? That today my fabric for the borders is due in. So I might get that sometime next week. Might arrive in the post. I'll have to get some money out to pay for that. And then I can finish that quilt. That'll be something finished. I've got so many things to finish. I'm going to write a list. Maybe that'll stop me buying stuff or starting stuff. Any of you got, you know, billions of things to finish? I mean, I've got this great big tulip quilt. No idea where it is. I've not found it in here while I've been rooting around. I've not found it in the house either. Could be in the back bedroom. I never go rooting in there. Although we've decided to root in there. Well, I'm not going to root. He's going to root in there and bring a box out of things for me to sort through every day. Not a big box. Oh, I won't be sorting through any big boxes. And then I've got to find other places to put the things in the boxes or throw them away. I don't do that very often. The only thing I throw away really is gone off food. Things like cucumbers, you know, I fancy a salad. And then by the time you actually go to get a salad, everything's gone off. It's not good for you, this buying once a week or every 10 days really, as I tend to buy. I buy so many meals to last me, you know, whether they're in the freezer or the fridge. But the salad things, they don't last. Although I have heard that if you've wrapped your lettuce in foil, that makes it last longer. Can't remember what he said to do to make your cucumber last though. Maybe it was put it in water or something. Lemons was put in water. Cucumbers just go off, don't they? Me and my niece, we decided that we were going to buy half cucumbers. But then you think, well, that's not enough. Not enough for a week. But you end up with nothing because it's gone mush. I tried keeping it out of the plastic and it just wrinkled up instead. Maybe you do put it in water, you know, because you're trying to keep it moist. Although, you know, when it goes to mush, that is moist. Obviously, I'm no expert on the keeping freshness of cucumbers. Anyway, I'm going to get off and stop yabbering on. What time is it? 37 minutes. That's enough of me, isn't it? So I've got lots of sewing to do. Hopefully I'll get to show you all that when I get it finished. And then I can start something else. Anyway, I hope this leaves you well and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.